Breaking the speed limit is not the aim of this eco-marathon.
Waking up in an unfamiliar place can be disconcerting. Yet these boys will have to overcome that feeling as they prepare to participate in one of the most challenging global competitions in Germany. They will have to wake up to the sound of revving engines of concept cars for the next 3 days. This is Lausitz, a town that is about 150 kilometers away from Berlin, and where the 25th Shell Eco Marathon is about to be held. The Euro Speedway track in Germany is famous for hosting international Grand Prix competitions. But this contest is different, where one of the participating countries is Pakistan.
When I was entering from the main road and when I saw my flag fluttering high among other flags of the country, so it was like a very extraordinary feeling. Like for the first time I had that feeling that in so many other countries we are also participating and we are representing our own country and our own people. So it's a terrific experience and I cannot explain it in words.
But this is not a Formula One race. Over 200 teams belonging to more than 25 different countries are participating in an unusual contest. A competition to make the world a better place by designing fuel-efficient and eco-friendly cars.
Breaking the speed limit is not the aim of this eco-marathon. These vehicles have been designed keeping in mind the environmental changes that the world is going through and how fuel-efficient cars can help these young people in saving the world.
The Shell Eco Marathon is held every year in Europe. It began in the late 1930s as a friendly bet between American scientists to create fuel-efficient vehicles. In 1985, it got international recognition. Ever since, students from across the world have been participating in this mega event.
We ask schools to design a car, then to construct it, and then to drive it, with one single objective, is to drive as many kilometers as possible with 1 liter of fuel, which seems quite simple, much more complicated to achieve, of course. Now, to give you an idea, compared to normal cars you find on the street, the world record is something like 3,800, I think it's 36 kilometers, with 1 liter of fuel. So you could imagine the huge potential if you could translate that into the cars of every day.
Statistics reveal that there are about 1 billion vehicles in the world. The number is likely to double in the next 40 years. Conservation of energy has, therefore, become a prime global concern. So, this marathon is a step in the right direction.
The Pakistan teams show the talent that the country has. We hope that in future there'll be many more teams from Pakistan who can take part in such events. These events are basically there to create innovation, create creativity, and also drive sustainable mobility for fuels.
Is it possible to cover 3,000 kilometers in a liter? At first, it sounds highly improbable. But this is the standard these teams have to meet in the Eco Marathon.
We have an organization team and a technique team. And first we had to get the money. So first we had to go to sponsors, to the media, and then the technique team was busy with designing the car. And when we had the money, we have to buy the products, and then we can make the car.
There are two categories of vehicles: the prototypes and the urban concepts. The prototypes promote futuristic designs. They have 3 wheels and cannot be used on ordinary roads. The other type of cars has 4 wheels. They can also be used on a day-to-day basis.
This is like the greatest exposure in my educational career, in fact our own educational career. So this is the best event I have ever seen, and this is the most learning process. Basically we're engineering students, so we're just like read books of theoretically and without any practicals. So this was a project through which we learned a lot. In fact, in the management side, in engineering side, in handling each and everything.
This is Umair Tariq, a 21-year-old student from the Pakistan Naval Engineering College. For him, it was an emotional moment when he arrived at the speed track.
This was a time I was waiting for last 8 years. Now I'm standing on Eurospeedway, our vehicle is on Eurospeedway, so this is good, in fact, more than good. So this was our dream that we have seen 8 years ago.
Umair belongs to one of the 4 Pakistani teams that made their debut in this global competition.
Well, it's great actually. I'm amazed at times when people fail to realize the scope of this event. When throughout the process, throughout the manufacturing of this car, when we tried to tell people about this event, people did not take us very seriously. And actually, when you arrive here and when you look at the scope and the event, and when you look at the amount of countries that have been competing in this and the amount of technologies that have been used, and to sum that up, the amount of PhD professors that accompany these teams. Recently, I just heard there was a team that had 65 members with them, and out of them, around 30 of them were PhD professors.
2 teams from the Ghulam Ishaq Khan Institute of Science and Technology and 2 from the Pakistan Naval College of Engineering competed against 196 other teams from around the world.
The main motive was our participation in this event so that the image of our country gets represented in Shell Eco Marathon and in the European market. That we can create some things, then we are innovative people, and that if we work hard, we can achieve new horizons.
The marathon is not just an educational platform that encourages innovation. It is also a place where young students are trying to push the frontiers of knowledge by developing energy-efficient cars for a better and more prosperous tomorrow.
When the teams that win the Shell Eco Marathon, first of all, they get the recognition and they get the award. But what's more exciting is that actually all of the teams that participate generally pass down their designs to the next class of students in their particular university. And the next class takes those designs, they improve on them, they make them a little bit better, maybe they might even start from scratch. But there's a continuous learning that goes on. So every year, typically what we see is better and better fuel mileage out of these cars.
The Pakistani students poured a lot of energy and thought before designing this car.
We are also planning to commercialize our vehicle for poor people or disabled people, because the manufacturing we did mostly was in a disabled workshop. People make their cars, disabled people work there for their cars. So we think it's a very good opportunity and to represent Pakistan in a good way.